Once again, it's that time. I try to get out to Europe as much as I can throughout the year, so for the next 1 month I'll be away in Europe. First, I'm gonna be going to Turkey, well, with the modern name Turkey, and then I'm gonna be heading out to England for about a week. When it comes to traveling for a long time for those tech lovers, bringing the right tech is important. If you rely on your devices to do more than just take pictures on your vacation, you need the proper setup. In this video, we'll talk about the iPhone 15 Pro that's been in my life for the past 8 months. And we'll look at where the iPhone 15 Pro is when it comes to creating, productivity, and day-to-day living for me. But we'll do all this while I'm on the go traveling today. I'm flying from Toronto to Edinburgh, then Edinburgh to Antalya. And Alex actually will be meeting me in Antalya. She'll be flying in from Portugal. I'm pretty early for my flight. I'm gonna grab a bite. When I fly out of Toronto, I typically have a smash burger at the airport. It's pretty good, and it's actually not that expensive as well. So like I said, I'm going away for a month. The question you might have is how much did I pack with me? And I actually packed what you're seeing. Let me introduce you this video's sponsor. You guessed it right. This portion of the video is sponsored by Level 8. This is the Roadrunner carry-on. This is a 20-inch, 38-liter capacity carry-on. With German-made Macrolon polycarbonate, this carry-on can take impact. Because we have a capacity of 38 liters, I'm confident that I'll be okay for a month in Europe. And I'm not checking this carry-on in. And we also have quick access sleeves for a 17-inch laptop and a tablet. My laptop is gonna go in there, see you during flight. And if you're gonna be checking your carry-on in, make sure to use the locks. And that is it, I'm all packed. You can check out the link in bio to see Roadrunner in more detail and the 2 other colors that it comes in. Thank you everyone for continuously supporting the channel and Level 8 for sponsoring this video. Okay, I'll state it earlier on in the video. iPhone 15 Pro battery, not good. It's gotten a lot better since the launch, but it's still not anywhere where I need it to be, at least for my use case. I'm probably 4 hours into my journey from the point I left home. When leaving home, my phone was charged up to 90%. And to be fair, I've been filming a lot with the phone. I can use this phone as a B camera to film my videos. And literally 4 hours in, I have to charge it. I've been filming ProRes log with the SSD on, as well as keep some of the shots really long, like this one right here. So that brought the battery down to about 47% the time I checked. And I always use MOFT Accessories to help me film and to stay powered on. In this video, I'm using the Snap phone case, 3400 mAh Snap battery, and my favorite phone accessory of all time, Snap tripod stand. MOFT Accessories comes in a bunch of colors, but I like the all black look. Thank you MOFT for adding to my iPhone 15 Pro experience. I regret 2 things with my iPhone decision this year. I chose 15 Pro over Pro Max, and I regret it. Now you have to realize I upgraded from 13 mini. I didn't really want a big phone, but phones are kind of interesting where the more comfortable you get with a specific size, you for some reason want to go for a larger display. I thought the Pro was a good size for me, but the Pro Max would have been a lot better to use and look at. We'll see. If I do continue with Apple, I'm probably gonna get the largest iPhone that comes out. My second and biggest regret is the storage size. I went with the 128 gig model. Coming from 13 mini, I didn't really need storage a whole ton because the camera acted like a cell phone camera, not a cinema camera. I really underestimated how much I would use the camera on the 15 Pro. And with the 128 gig model, you can only use ProRes log if you plug in an SSD. You can't film into the device unless you use the Blackmagic app. When choosing your next iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max, buy as much as storage you can because if you are a creative, you will use the camera quite a bit. When it comes to the way that this phone runs in terms of software, I'll leave about 30 seconds for this segment. It's Apple. It just works. iOS 17 and up has been the least buggy operating system for Apple in my opinion. With the way that apps are optimized for Apple, we have a pretty solid performance out of the device when it comes to speed and super minimal amount of crashes in my experience. But hey, let's see what iOS 18 will bring us. It's almost time for my flight, ready to fly to Edinburgh. Flying with WestJet and with the aircraft Boeing 737-800. I did pick a window seat. I always choose to fly on the window side because I can film, I can take photos. For me, it's the only good thing about being on a plane, and filming this clip with the front-facing camera of the iPhone 15 Pro using the ProRes log format. Not bad at low light, but a little noisy, which I don't mind for a front camera. I'm trying to film a time-lapse here, hoping that the shot would turn out awesome, but it's okay. When it comes to video, the only mode that I use is typically just a video mode. I don't really use the cinematic mode or anything, I just like to film regularly with the ProRes log. The iPhone 15 Pro is the most multi-purpose tech I've ever owned. This phone can film my videos essentially. If I really tried, I could produce all of my videos just from an iPhone 15 Pro. And on top of that, no matter where I am, it is my go-to device for entertainment. I really don't need anything else these days. For my flight, I downloaded some YouTube videos that I've been meaning to see for a while, and throughout the flight, I mostly just watched those videos. The screen color accuracy is fantastic on the iPhone 15 Pro, and you also have 2000 nits peak brightness. And for those that game, there's the 120Hz refresh rate. I don't game on a phone myself, but the screen quality is something I really appreciate on the 15 Pro. And also, the switch to USB-C has been amazing. Thank you, European Union. My main reason to use the iPhone 15 Pro is mostly for creative purposes. For the last while, I've been looking out for a one-device solution for my creative needs. Capturing photos, filming high-quality videos, and editing them on the go is a breeze with the 15 Pro. And as you can see, a big chunk of this video is filmed with the iPhone 15 Pro, color graded the same way as my Sony FX30 cinema camera. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Breakfast is served, thank you SJ, and we're now slowly landing in Edinburgh. And the clip that you're seeing right now is filmed on the 15 Pro. With this phone that pretends to be a cinema camera, we're able to get 10-bit 422 color sampling. 422 sampling basically means that color sampling records full brightness for every pixel, but only records color for every other pixel in each row. And this reduces the file size with minimal quality loss. You may have heard of the color sampling 444 or 420. So 422 is in the middle, and it does preserve a lot of data. Okay, my first flight is complete. I have a 3-hour layover. I'm now waiting for my flight to Antalya. And it's times like these where I appreciate keeping things minimal. I only have a backpack and a carry-on. Traveling is very easy this way. Although being away for a month, my clothing choices will be very repetitive. And this clip here is another example of spontaneous and effortless filming with the 15 Pro. And of course, I gotta top up the battery throughout the day. Usually a full battery does last me throughout the day, but since I'm filming a lot today and just scrolling around my phone while waiting around, that really does reflect on the battery. Just completed a 14-hour journey, arrived in Antalya safe. Feels good to be home.
Alright, so this trip has been kind of long. From Toronto, I went to Edinburgh, had a layover there. From Edinburgh, I came down to Antalya. Now me and Alex are actually gonna catch a ride to Alanya, which is 2 hours away from Antalya, Turkey. I'm just waiting for her. She's coming from Portugal. And then this journey for today is gonna end, and we got some cool stuff to do tomorrow. Oh, and also, I'm not originally from Antalya. I'm from Istanbul. I was born and raised in Istanbul for the most part. But yeah, I will also be going to Istanbul next week, but we're just gonna kind of have a little beach vacation here first and then head over to Istanbul. I really can't wait to show Alex Istanbul. She's never been to Turkey. She's never seen Istanbul. So it's gonna be pretty interesting.
My 8 months with the iPhone 15 Pro is the best time I've had with an Apple product. I used to typically upgrade every 2 years. Like I said before, I switched from a 13 mini. And the main reason for this switch was the camera upgrades on the 15 Pro. And to me, a faster, newer device was just a bonus. By the way, check out these underwater shots. I do not suggest that you put your phone underwater. I did it for you, please do not take the risk. To me, the iPhone 15 Pro has one problem, and that is the battery performance, which I'm sure a lot of Apple users are wishing for a better performance out of the iPhone 16 models. And we are slowly coming towards the end of iOS 17. The iOS 18 is on the way. I'm making this video from the perspective of a tech lover who is also into photography and video. And personally, if you are looking to upgrade, I would probably hold on for this moment, because it looks like September will be busy with new releases. After the keynote, if you think iPhone 15 models are a better fit for you, you may be able to get it at a better price. Also, if you don't care about the camera features and the USB-C switch, you can probably hold on to your iPhone 14 model if you've got one. This was a look at iPhone 15 Pro after 8 months. If you're on the deciding stage for the iPhone 15 Pro, I hope I was able to clear some things out for you. As always, thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure. Next week's video will surprise you. I can't wait to put it out. But that is it for me today. I'll see you next week.